This is going to hurt you, Becky. And I don't want to see that happen.
Laura, you're just jealous because you're still in love with him.
No, Becky. I'm your friend. I only want to help you.
Well, then mind your own business. Just leave us alone, all right? We don't need your help. We don't need anybody's help. All right?
I'll always be your friend, Becky.
Sorry.
What you're doing with Becky is wrong. And someday you'll regret it.
What was that all about?
I don't want to talk about it.
Beck,
Russ, get out, okay?
what'd she say?
She said we're two deceitful lovers headed for a big fall. And I don't want to talk about it.
Well, you knew she'd say that.
Russ!
Is this what you can do when we move in together, huh? Not talk things out? Well, we're not gonna have a door to shut behind us then.
Well, then maybe we just won't move at all. Now, would you leave me alone?
You don't want to be left alone.
Sure. Who do I see?
Sam Marshall.
Sam Marshall. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Redlawn.
Mom!
I'm in the laundry.
I hope you're in there cleaning up your act.
What's that?
Could you come in the kitchen, please?
Well, what's wrong?
I just got a call
So what?
from some woman who works for Sam Marshall.
They called you as soon as that, huh?
Uh-huh, before you could get out of town on the next stage.
Oh, Gene, I was just trying.
Mama, I said I would look into that job myself.
Oh, you just said that to get me off of your back?
Absolutely true. And now you're back on my back, Mom.
Oh, I'm so excited for you, Gene. When I went down to that office and filled out that application for you, one of the office workers said, "Is this the Gene Redlawn?"
Mom.
Oh, you're a shoo-in.
I can't believe you sometimes.
Oh, I know I'm too good to be true. But now you get dressed. I want you looking awfully sharp for that interview. In that outfit, I wouldn't hire you for a ditch digger. I gotta be going now.
I thought we might come to terms. I'll be calling you in a day or two. What's that? Yes, sir, I've been called that, too. Goodbye.
Talk up another one for the public defender. Huh?
Well, now, I'm defending little old Miss Emma O'Brien. Mitchell, I have been ripped off again. She's a kindly, elderly lady, but she sure just knew her rights.
And who can fight for them, huh?
She's had me fighting against mechanics and dry cleaners. She even once had me defending her against a dishonest dentist. Imagine, 8 years in law school to be arguing over 2 bicuspids and a molar.
Oh, the principles are of no less importance.
But the fees are a lot less than most legal
Oh, you're
work.
not in it for the money. If you were, you wouldn't handle clients like me.
Well, now, Ben, I fully expect you to have a big clientele in another couple of years, which time I'm going to give you a bill for my past services.
You know, if you don't stop smoking that thing, You're going to be one of my first patients.
Well, if I don't find my lighter, I'm not going to start smoking it. Oh, by the way, here's a lease for your new medical office.
What? All right, you've done it.
Yeah, getting a lease signed for up-and-coming young doctor is no big deal.
Well, it is when he's hardly got a dime to pay you.
Not now.
I don't know how to thank you.
Well, for starters, you could help me find that lighter.
Here.
Why, you young rascal.
I did it for your health.
The principles are all important. Well, now, really, I do appreciate your medical fervor. But I also see that you don't appreciate the finer things of life.
Oh, I don't know. I've come across some pretty fine things and people lately.
Well, now tell me about it. Perhaps I can give you some advice to guide you down the gentlemanly path of culture. Or should that be path or aisle? Take your pick.
Am I that transparent?
Oh, not any more than a X-ray photograph.
Well, I can't talk about it right now because everything's up in the air. And I shouldn't brag about the woman in my life before she's actually in my life. Mitch, did you keep this lease secret?
Well, now, aside from the Associated Press and all the wire services that were hounding me for days, I managed to keep it confidential. Why the secrecy?
Well, I want to have a grand opening.
Well, then I'm going to get my shoes shined and press my suit in order to go over and see Emmy O'Brien's denture work. I would like to see your office someday, though.
Oh, you will. But starting a new career, you know, the excitement, I want to have someone really special.
I understand. I remember the day that moved into this office. Cora and I had a fondue, just me and her. We sat on packing crates as the furniture came in. Hang on to your idealism, son. Because practically everyone you meet from here on in isn't going to understand it. Now, I've handled everything from corporation suits to traffic court. And you'll go from heart transplants to sliver, all in a day's work.
Thanks, Mitch.
Now, just a minute. Oh, yes, it's there. I want to make sure that I got my tobacco pouch.
What do you take me for?
Just get out of here. Go to your office, doctor.
Hi, just in time for coffee. How was Kingsley? It was all right. Want a black?
I don't feel like anything, Mom.
Would you feel depressed?
I saw Becky.
Yeah, I know. I thought you two had patched things up.
We have. It was just awkward.
Lori, honey, if it's between a morning of moping alone and an understanding mother, I hope you'll choose me.
With cream and sugar, Mom.
Good, because I hate drinking coffee all by myself.
Where's Dad?
Sorry. Another interview, another city, this time in Charlotte.
But I saw his car in the driveway.
Oh, he hasn't left yet. He's upstairs dressing. You say a prayer for him. I mean, you know what it's like looking for a job.
No, I don't. I'm still in the academic womb.
Womb, nothing. You've had more than your share of trials and tribulations from what I've seen.
Yeah. I ought to talk to the dean about that. They should outlaw personal problems on campus.
Now, what happened in Kingsley?
Didn't Dad tell you?
Oh, I guess not.
Russ and Becky are moving in together. They're renting an off-campus apartment.
That's why you went to see Becky, to talk her out of it.
It was so stupid of me. Why should I think Becky would listen to her new boyfriend's ex-girlfriend? Becky and I were just settling into this nice little game of pretending everything would go back to normal between us.
You've never been one to play games, Lori, or to hide your feelings. Now, do I have to ask what Becky's reaction was?
No. Becky thought that I still cared about Russ. And I do, but not that way. I'm just concerned that they're rushing into this thing without thinking. And I wanted Becky to see that, but she just couldn't understand.
Well, you did what you had to do.
I knew Becky wouldn't listen to me. And I knew that Russ would hate me twice as much for talking to her. Why me? Why do I keep going around making enemies?
Lori, you showed Becky that you love her and you care about her. There'll come a time when Becky will thank you for caring enough to speak up.
I don't think that will be any time soon, Mom.
Cooled off? Lori had no right to come here. It's none of her business. Okay, you don't want to say anything. Well, just sit there and listen then, okay? We're doing a lot of thinking. And you know, it seems to me that the only time that we don't get along is when somebody interferes with us. That's why we gotta get out of here. We don't have to listen to all the editorial comments. Becky, we're not in love with a set of morals or a bunch of restrictions. We're in love with each other.
Why do we always argue?
I just told you, because we keep taking advice from everybody else.
Russ, is it wrong? Us living together. I mean, forget about all the problems. I just want to know if it's wrong.
I don't have a throne. I don't make the laws, and I'll tell you something, I don't know anybody who can make them for me.
You're avoiding the question.
The question is not the issue. It's me and it's you. It's yes or no. Is it so complicated?
Yeah. I'm finding out that it's very complicated.
Was it so complicated for you to fall in love with me?
Oh, come on. Don't play on that, okay?
On what? Play on what, huh? The fact that you love me? Hey, I have to play on that. Because it seems to me when people start relying on what's right and what's wrong, they forget about the gut feeling. It just doesn't matter anymore.
Well, what I feel in my gut is that I should kick you out and never see you again. Does that make that right?
No. Because that's not how you feel.
I don't know how I feel. Yeah. All I feel is vulnerable. Russ, you know, you could sell me anything. You could walk over me. You could make me believe anything. I hate that. I hate dangling on your little string. I hate being so completely seen and so completely known by somebody that I love.
If I can make you believe anything, I can make you believe in us, right? Hmm?
Just don't hurt me the way Lori said you could, okay?
What she's talking about? Out to lunch. I risked life and limb to get here on time, and they're out to lunch. Well, I'm out to lunch for even being here.
Hi. You busy?
Yes. Not too busy to talk to you.
Could you meet me somewhere in about an hour?
Sure, where?
Well, it's sort of a grand opening at 724 Duke Street. Do you know where that is?
I'll find it. But why the suspense?
Hey, come on, now trust me on this one. Humor a struggling doctor.
Well, I've got a meatloaf in the oven, but I think I can turn that over to Mom.
Great. See you in about an hour.
How do I dress for the occasion?
Just look nice. Which for you means anything.
I'm turning red.
So long as your outfit matches, that's okay. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Ooh, Mama, you and I are gonna have a long talk when I get out of here.
And you can't find the forms?
They were on my desk this morning.
Did you check with personnel?
I called at 12, but they'd already gone to lunch.
Okay, check back with them now. They've got to have another copy in their files. Hello, Mr. Redland.
Oh, now hold on here. How do you know my name?
Well, you've been my favorite newsman ever since I came to this town.
Putty in my hands.
You're here to take the civil service exam.
Yeah, I've been studying the exam all morning. I say, between you and me, does your boss, Sam Marshall, usually miss appointments?
Why? Does that bother you?
I don't know. I'm the one that's looking for a job. I can't make any demands. It's just that when you spend your life in news, living from deadline to showtime, you get used to people keeping their schedule.
Well, we do value promptness around here. Make no mistake about that. This is your test. It's a basic aptitude and intelligence test.
Yeah, well, that's good. I've got your basic intelligence and aptitude.
This is a multiple choice test, so you're going to
Right,
have
and
to...
you're going to give me the number 2 pencil so you can feed the answers into the computer.
No, we
Right.
have not had that many applicants. I'll be grading this.
Oh, wow. That's not fair.
And why is that?
I mean, a pretty girl like you finding out how stupid I am so soon, I can usually cover that with 3 or 4 dates.
Mr. Redline, I am not
Redland. Jean.
Mr. Redland, I'm in business, which means I can usually size up someone in the first 3 or 4 minutes.
How am I doing?
You'll have 30 minutes to take the test. I'll set a timer and leave you alone.
Excuse me, you're not going to explain this to me, or?
Get tough, Mr. Redland. I'm sure you can handle it on your own. I'll just take this so the ticking doesn't drive you crazy.
Ain't the ticking that's driving me crazy. Oh, solve the following problems. How many pencils can you buy for 50 cents at the rate of 2 pencils for 5 cents? This is going to be fun.
Now close your eyes. Welcome to a thriving medical complex owned and operated by one Dr. Ben Martin. What do you think?
I think it's the most beautiful carpeted empty room I've ever seen.
Thanks.
No, I mean it's beautiful because it has so much potential.
Oh, don't even get me started on potential. I have dreams for this place you wouldn't believe.
I bet I would.
Now for the official ceremony.
Bravo!
On behalf of 8 grueling years in school, sleepless nights spent studying, my internship, and half a fortune, I thank you.
I feel guilty.
What?
I've only known you for what, 3 weeks? And here I am sharing in something so important.
Well, there will be a public unveiling, and some moments are better shared semi-privately, no matter how long we've known each other.
Congratulations.
Handshakes I can get from my father.
Spreading germs in the doctor's office. How terrible.
You know, we have a lot in common with this office. Potential. Come on, help me unpack. Ah, my swan.
C14325, and the next logical number in sequence is 6. Yeah. I haven't finished yet. What is...
Well, how'd you do?
I didn't have time to finish.
These tests weren't made to be finished.
You mean I have to sit here while you correct that?
Look, I take this, I put it on your answer sheet, and voila.
Well, I never was too good at these kind of tests.
It's really a formality.
Uh-huh. What's the matter? Don't you have a classification there for below moron?
4 wrong. Let's see. 3 columns at 60. You've got 56 right.
Is that good?
Well above average.
Well, sometimes I even surprise myself.
Congratulations. You're hired.
What?
We've checked your references and found them to be most impressive. Everyone seems to think you're fantastic. How do you do it?
I pay them off. What do you mean I'm hired? I haven't had an interview. I haven't met anybody.
Well, we move quickly here. You can start on Monday, okay?
Oh, sure. Yeah, this is real good. Go easy on Mom.
Pardon me?
She's the one that filled out my application.
Oh, I suspected as much. You know, I talked to her the other day on the phone. I'll have a clerk give you your tax forms and some handbooks.
Yeah. Say, you know, I haven't met your boss yet, but I want him to know that if there's any more hiring done, that I think all the applicants have to be as pretty and attractive as you are.
I see.
Well, I mean, you know, I just think that these kind of considerations will help relations between employees, if you know what I mean. So, you can tell him when he gets back from his 2-hour lunch break that we need a hiring policy that will land more of your type in our company. There.
Mr. Redlin?
Yes.
As of next Monday, I am your boss. My name is Samantha Marshall. My friends call me Sam.